welcome back to our continuing coverage of the Origins 2018 Summer Preview. I am Sam Healy. You're watching the Dice Tower. I'm here with Andrew. Thank you for joining us from USAopoly.
Thanks for having me.
And he has a pretty neat looking game here called a Gemstone Mining Game based on the Snow White and the Seven Dwarves classic.
Yes, the Disney classic from 1939.
Yeah, something like
the
that.
original. Yeah, goes way back. So this is a rethemed version of the game Quartz.
Very cool.
From Passport Game Studios. They approached us last year actually at Dice Tower Con and said, we've got this really fun dwarven mining game.
Cool.
We know you work with Disney. Would you be interested in maybe doing something? And in fact, we were. We had already been thinking the same thing. So
really,
yeah, there was like a synchronicity to it when I met with Scott.
That's cool.
And it was just like great minds think alike. So we worked with them. We partnered with them to take the Quartz mechanics and theme it all around Snow White and the Seven Dwarves.
That's cool. All right, so what's, for those of us who have not played Quartz, what's the basic gist of the game there?
So it's a press your luck game where players are going to take turns taking basically one of three actions. Either you blindly pull a gem out of the mine, the gem bag here.
Yeah.
You play an action card that's going to give you some special abilities. Or you choose to pass and leave the mine. So to set up, everyone gets to choose to play at their favorite dwarf. Dopey, bashful, grumpy, doc, sleepy, happy, or sneezy. Yeah. You're going to take your mine cart. You're going to get 5 cards.
I'm going to take mine. I'm dopey.
You get 5 cards.
All right.
Everybody takes their token for their appropriate dwarf.
Yes.
Places it on their cart. And,
mine isn't out here. That's okay.
And one of the really cool things that we added to this game is that Snow White has a particular assortment of gems that she's really looking forward to collecting that day. So each round, there's going to be a bonus objective. So for the first day in the mine, she's hoping one of the dwarves will bring her back 2 amethysts and 1 emerald. Okay. And the first player to safely leave the mine with that combination of gems is going to score those bonus points, pie points, because she bakes pies for the dwarves. Pie points? Yes. All right, that's cool. So you're trying to collect the most pie points over the course of 5 days, 5 rounds in the mine, and the player with the most points at the end is going to win. That's cool. So, as I mentioned, you're going to fill up this mine bag with all these beautiful gems. Yeah. And you're going to take turns blindly pulling one. Hopefully you get something valuable. They range in value from 1 point all the way up to 8 points with, you can see here, topaz, amethyst, emerald, sapphire, ruby, and then the precious diamonds. But also in the mine, there is obsidian. Yeah. And this is worthless to the dwarves and to Snow White. Nobody's interested in this. Well, it also is hard on the equipment. It tends to break the carts and their picks. So if you get this, you might be in a little bit of trouble. If you collect 2 of these, you're out of the mine, you've crashed your cart, and you come home empty-handed. That's not cool. That's not good at all. So you have to be careful with that. Yeah. So, players on their turn take 1 gem out of the bag. Keep and pass. Or they can play an action. Yeah. So I could take this isn't mine card, and give this obsidian to you. Oh, gee. And that would be my turn. You're so generous. I know. Well, it wasn't mine to begin with. So that would be your turn. You could play a card or pull a gem out. Play continues until all the players have either voluntarily left the mine, taking whatever gems they've collected and scoring them, or being kicked out by collecting 2 obsidian. Right. You do that over the course of 5 days, and the player with the most pie points at the end wins. It's as simple as that. That is cool. And this is really, I mean, this is just a mock-up version. I think we need to say that just to make sure everybody's clear on that. But even this mock-up looks really neat. Thank you. And the artwork is, of course, you know, the Disney classic artwork. And I like the different etchings, I guess you could say, that are around the card that make the cards look a little bit more dressed up. So that's cool as well. Absolutely. Very cool. And one other thing to note is if you are unfortunate to have been kicked out of the mine by collecting 2 obsidian, you do get a bonus token that lets you skip collecting an obsidian on a subsequent turn. Okay. So you've learned a little bit from your experiences in the mine, and this is sort of your get out of jail free card for the next day. Yeah. Just so you keep yourself a little bit safe. It's been a while since I played Quartz. Was that in the original Quartz game? It was. Yeah. So yeah, they had this, they called it like the Mining for Dummies token. And we have all the actions. options. We've simplified some of the mechanics a little bit to make it a little bit more family friendly.
Yeah.
Age it down a little bit for that Disney audience.
Right.
But we've also added the player count up to 7, of course, for the 7 dwarves. So the original game only played up to 5.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool.
And then, of course, we added the Snow White objectives as well. So put a couple of little fun tweaks on the gameplay.
Yeah.
But if you've never played it before, it's a really fun and simple pressure luck kind of bag pulling game.
Yeah, absolutely.
At its core, so it's great for families. It's really fun and engaging. It's really quite a fun little game here.
Very cool. Very cool. That's cool. This is actually, I'm excited about it because I did actually enjoy cards, and you know, I'm a dwarf kind of guy anyway, but not the Disney dwarves. But I think this is a great organic, natural reskinning of that game. I think it works really well. That's great.
Thank you. Yeah, it's something I think we really pride ourselves on, is taking some really fun and familiar, or even not as familiar mechanics, in the case of course, maybe not as many people have played it, and attaching it to a really popular license, like the Disney classic Snow White. So you're going to reach a whole new fan base out there, and they're going to have a really fun time engaging in the story, playing as your favorite dwarf, helping Snow White out, and also learning a really fun new game.
Yep, that's true. That's great. All right, well, thank you, Andrew, for joining us today. We certainly appreciate it. And thank you guys for joining us as well. We appreciate you taking time out of your day to stop by and check things out. We'll be back with some more videos a little bit later on, so hang on to your hats. We'll see you on the flip side.